Welcome back to Guido's Chop Shop, second best gel blaster channel on the tubes. And today on the bench here we've got the Steyr A3 aluminium upper kit. Now, as you can see, or hear, these pieces are all aluminium. And this is what you receive. This is as it comes, and there's no instructions. I'm going to try and put it together. It doesn't seem too out there. I mean, I've laid it on the table the way I assume that it's going together. So let's see how this goes, and we'll try and put this together and put it on a Steyr. Okay, so I've got the original upper here because I imagine that there's going to be parts of this that I'm going to need to swap across. Little pieces like this gas cap and probably this sling hook and a few bits and pieces. So also it's going to give a rough idea of how this all goes together, because you can sort of see the shape of this. And yeah, so I've got that here. I guess I'll tear that apart so we can get going on that. I can see that obviously, I mean, you can start to see the shapes of things and where they're going to come together. So, I mean, this obviously bolts in there. I'm going to get these this bag of hardware that I've got here and see if I can find out which ones. These look like the corresponding little bolts here, these three. So I'm going to put them in there. So it's a 2mm Allen head screw. See if I can do this awkwardly on camera. Alright, that's looking nice. Feels nice and solid already. This one's, I don't know if it's just the play in the charging handle, but feels a little bit flimsy. This one feels nice and solid. So this rail looks like it goes on here with these two short Allen head bolts. So there are 4mm hex head, and then this top rail looks like the other slightly longer Allen head bolts hold that one on. Starting to get a feel for the shape of it now. Now it actually looks like I'm going to have to punch out some of the standard pins here to get certain things like this sling attachment here. I'll have to pop that pin out of there, and then that's going to go here. Now I think there is a really nice long grub screw here, so I think that that's going to be what holds that in this circumstance. Looks like the go. Now I think I'm going to need to take out the charging handle as well. So I'll have to knock this pin out of here. Not sure which direction is the best to punch this. Probably the other way. Probably this way. Yep, there we go. Now there is a spring inside that which holds the button up, so don't lose that. Now there's also a screw in the back here, looks like a number 1 Phillips. Alright, there's also a spring inside there. Did you catch that one? So we will pop that one into the new receiver, or the new upper. That's epic. Alright, so this has to go through here and line up with that hole there. And then your little skinny spring goes down the center of that one. And then the retainer lives in there. Now there is, on the standard one, it uses that that screw. But I don't know if the new one has a new screw or if it retains the old screw. There is a new screw here. I wonder if that's for that purpose or if it retains the old screw. I'll try the old screw, see how that goes. Just in case I need that other screw somewhere else on there. Alright, that seems to fit nicely. That actually feels a lot nicer than the standard one. It doesn't feel as floppy anymore. That's good, I like that. So now I'll pop the handle back on, and I'll probably use this standard pin again. Alright, so I'll pop that spring onto that, and then just slide it down in there, and pop this pin back in. That's the wrong pin. Pop this pin back in. There we go. Okay, so I have noticed with this charging handle in the new upper, there is a piece here, and I might have to zoom in so you can get a good look at this. Now, if you can see just here, when the charging handle is drawn back and locked in the upwards position there is a little piece just there that it hooks behind. Now if you look at the standard one, let me slide this out of the way, put the standard one in, you can see it here. Can you see there's an angle? There's a little angle there. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. Just here, there is actually a little angle. And on the aftermarket piece, here, it is flat. Now, the problem with that I can see, is that this so here, this charging handle catches, that corner there catches there, just a little, but then once it's free it's no biggie, but just there, that's flat, whereas on the original it's angled. Yeah, flat there, angled there. Now that's by no means a deal breaker. I mean, I'll probably just file an angle into this plastic charging handle so that it can just slide past there, rather than cutting into the aluminium. Alright, so what is next? Barrel. I'll take the barrel out. Take the barrel out of this standard one. So standard barrel removal, you release here and twist, and then it should come out like that. Now this piece that I just released the barrel with there, that's got to come. That's got to come into the new receiver. So I think it just unscrews. I'm going to unscrew it. I'm also going to hold it with my finger so that the spring doesn't shoot it across the room. Okay, cool. Didn't shoot across the room. Alright. This piece appears to be aluminium to begin with. Is it aluminium? Yeah, it could be. It's definitely got some sort of metallic thread. It could just be plastic cast over a metal thread. Either way, it's I think it does the job well enough. So I'll be popping that one into here, and then screwing the release handle back in there. Alright, so that's easy enough. What other pieces am I going to need to remove from this one? I think that's it. I think that's that one covered. Got the barrel and that. Now, I won't need this piece here because the new one will be replacing that altogether. And I'll need to remove this little gas block, or the fake gas block. Alright, to remove the barrel, there's two little Phillips head screws, one here and one here. I've already taken them out. Once removed, you can slide that barrel assembly out, put it aside, and now we have this piece. I'm actually I'm not going to use, I don't think I'm going to use any of this because I've got this piece here which replaces this. I'm not going to be using this foregrip because I've got this piece which is going to replace the foregrip. I will need to remove this gas block from here, and I will tell you how to get this off if you're planning on getting that as well. So there is a small Phillips head in the bottom here, which I'm going to remove. There you go. Now once that's removed, this dovetail join slides out, and then this rotates till it's in line with that barrel, and then that can pop out. So unnecessarily complicated for a piece that doesn't actually do anything. Alright, anyway, if you are removing this piece here, this foregrip, it's worth popping a little screwdriver down in here and getting this bottom piece open, and then releasing that spring. Can you see that spring in there? There's a spring in there that holds that, which is what gives you your spring action here. Taking that out will save it from flying across the room when you punch this pin out. Yeah, you can actually unscrew these two screws here and take the whole thing apart, but yeah, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I don't think I need any more of this at all for my purposes. Put that aside. Alright. Now, to get the gas block into here, this piece slides in, and then this one will go in your little dovetails and then slide down into there. Now, okay, right. There's a little bit of a discrepancy here. Let me just get you some zoom. So this little piece here, just by my thumb, it's supposed to slot into that little slot. It's just like a fraction too big for that slot. So I'm going to need to just take a small file and file a tiny little bit off of this to get it to fit in there. Alright, so I just cracked on in there with a little knife and just scraped like a millimeter or something off of that. So that will go in there now. I am going to place that in. I think the barrel needs to go into that notch first, but just for the fact that I don't want to lose this screw, I'm going to pop the screw back in there. I also believe there is a grub screw here, and it looks like it's going to go in here to actually hold this in place, because there doesn't seem to be anything else that holds it in place. The standard one sort of held itself in place with the various bits and pieces, but there's a tiny little grub screw there, so I'm going to pop that one in to alright, that's just going to hold that in there. I think once I put the barrel in, I'll probably need to take that out so I can slide the barrel in. But for now, I think that's going to be fine. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of this barrel, the nylon one, because I've got an alloy one which I'm gonna whack in there, and I'm not gonna bother with the standard T-piece there, because I have this. This is a piece from HSG, Hardcore Sim Gear, I believe that stands for, and that is a 3D printed AUG T-piece. So I'm going to use this T-piece in combination with an alloy barrel on this new setup. I'm going to whack that in now. I've never used a 3D printed T before, and I usually hot glue my Ts. So I'm thinking I might actually go with some super glue or something for this. It's actually, like, it's a nice fit as it is, but it will eventually work its way out, as they always do. So I think I'm going to super glue that, or maybe some araldite or something, just because I think if I use hot glue it might warp the PLA, or I'd say PLA, I don't know what that's printed out of. It might actually warp whatever the 3D printing material is, and I don't want that, so I think I'll just use some super glue on this. That should, I mean, it's a nice fit, so it should just need a little bit of extra adhesion. Alright, I've got this glued in now. Can get rid of that old barrel and get this one into the outer. Now I'm actually going to take this O-ring off here, which was the O-ring that I put in there originally to set the T-piece back into the gearbox a bit. I believe this 3D printed T-piece from HSG should fix any of the issues I was having before with the T not lining up properly and everything, so here's hoping. I'll go with that and we'll see how we go. Now, looking at this is the standard front barrel, I guess. So it originally goes in there. You can see that the barrel, it doesn't actually go all the way down here to this, where the barrel ends here. So it's actually, I mean, this much of the barrel is kind of wasted. It also makes it impossible to put a hop up on that's going to do anything. So I've got a shorter bit for the new barrel. Let me just find that and I'll chuck it in. Okay, so as it appears, I've got this is the new short barrel I've got. As it appears, to get the old barrel out, there is actually a screw down in here underneath this grip. There. There's a sneaky one. It's kind of difficult to see. It hides in there, so that's a tricky one if you're looking to remove the standard barrel. You don't have to take the grip off to get to it, but you just got to sort of angle it to get it out like that. And then the standard barrel comes out. Alright, now I didn't really need to do that because I'm replacing this whole unit, but the more you know. There you go. Alright, so this new barrel is really tight, so I'm just going to put a bit of oil on it. It's a really, really tight fit. Just going to work some of that oil in there. I don't know if it's actually the barrel that's tight or this aluminium, I don't even know what to call this piece of barrel that's very tight It's a very tight fit in there. And it is keyed, so it only fits in one way, so keep that in mind. I guess that's so that the hole lines up for your screw. Alright, so that is a very tight fit even with oil, so hopefully this screw lines up now. Alright, sweet. That is definitely not coming loose anytime soon. Barrel fits in there nicely. And I'll replace the standard 2 little silver screws here. Alright, so that whole assembly is ready. Now, personally, I'd probably want to have this barrel just a little shorter even, just so I've got some stick out for the hop up. I might run this down on my lathe later on, but for now, I guess it'll do for the purposes of this video. Alright, let's see, this should slide into here. Oh, there we go. And that O-ring, I'm actually going to drop a little bit of oil on that O-ring, because this is all very precise CNC stuff with tight tolerances. It's not something that I really come to expect from toy blasters, but nonetheless. Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice fit. Okay. Now, the person who I'm making this for does not want the standard grip back on it, this one. So we're replacing that with this rail here. I assume that that's what this screw is for. I'm just going to whack that one in. Looks like a 2.5. And then this other piece, I guess, is a side rail, which will come, which will be what this bolt here goes into from the front. Just put this around this side so I can see what I'm doing here. And of course that's a larger screw, looks like maybe a 4mm, I'll try 4. Yep, 4mm it is. Alright, and what a nice clean finish that is. You can see here, this is a much nicer finish than the original nylon. Alright, can't wait to get this on the rest of the receiver. What are these leftover bits here? There's a washer, a split washer, an O-ring. Could it be that the maker of this kit watched my original video on the AUG and included exactly the parts that I added originally to that was to stop the wobble in the foregrip, and that was to space back the barrel to get a good seal. Is that possible? Is that possible? That these, I can't see any other reason for. I don't see what these bits are for. I can't work out where these actually fit in. There's no logical explanation other than these are for the foregrip and that's for the barrel spacer. Huh. That's pretty funny. Alright, here we go. We got the meat and potatoes now. Let's see how she goes in. Oh, it's pretty tight on this top rail here. You have to sort of lift it over. I guess I should probably slide that across. Let's just take that out altogether. Yeah, alright, so that's interesting. So looks like I might have to do something about this screw here. Oh wait, no. Ah, I see. Okay. I think I have to put the top rail on last. Alright, like I said, good for you guys, you can watch me mess it up so that you know what not to do. Alright, I'm just going to pop this top rail off and then we'll start again. Alright, so I've popped this top rail off. Yeah. Oh, there we go, that's a bit nicer. Pops back in, take down, put back in. Alright, sweet. Now this top rail goes on after the fact, and this is because this screw here, it's in the way, so when you go to put this, if you try to slide it in with the top rail on, it doesn't slide over that screw. That's part of what gives this version the nice low rail top. Alright, that is that. I guess the only thing left to do now is test it. Alright, let's get this thing on the chrono. Mag Prime works. I will have to file down this charging handle a little bit because it does jam up a bit. Ah, nice. Nice! Nice, that's what I like to see. Alright, finally, yes. Good numbers, getting some good numbers from the AUG. Alright, yes. Nice, good numbers. Good improvement, sweet, that's what I like. Oh, there you go, the A3 aluminium upper kit. Definitely a nice bit of kit, especially if you like the A3 look with this low rail, and it's got the nice Steyr engraving, laser engraving on there as well. definitely an improvement. Also, inside there, the T-piece from HSG, available from Blaster Supplies. Go check out Blaster Supplies. Go check out Hardcore Blasters as well. If you want to play at their field, you can pick it up there probably as well. I don't know, I'm assuming. I think they've got it in stock. They should. If they don't, get it in stock. Yeah, a worthwhile upgrade to a nice little blaster. Alright, thanks again for watching. Don't forget, patches. I got patches, so hit me up on the email or the Facebook, and I can work out with you how to get you a patch if you're interested in getting a patch from me. That's it. Buy me a coffee as well. Peace.